Hello everyone and welcome to Mr.MoFranchise. It is week 9 as the Jacksonville Jaguars prepare to take on the Houston Texans in a rematch from an earlier game in week 2 where we lost on a blocked field goal at the end of the game. That was the game that got cut off during the recording. As far as how I will be playing this week, I rolled a 7, so I will be playing a full 4-quarter game, and each quarter will be 7 minutes in length. The effect of winning or losing this game, I rolled a 3 this week, so this is going to affect my approval with the players. The GM is finally off my case, and now it's on to the players. The players will either gain or lose 15 based on winning or losing this week. So our on-field play will affect the off-field approach of how the players are seeing how things are going. Clearly at 0-8, they're not going well. For scouting this week, I dipped back down to 9 unlocks this week from last week's 10. 2 weeks before that, it was 9 and 9, so kind of a fall back to 9. And the random event for this week is called Practice Standout. During this week's practices, one of your backups has simply been working harder than the starter. As the head coach, you decide to promote this player to the starting role. Start this player for the remainder of the season. Also, add a D30 to his player morale and subtract a D30 from the player morale of the player that you are benching. So as I looked at the players, Will Richardson Jr. was my backup right tackle, and so I decided to start him over Casey McDermott, my starting left guard. So Will Richardson has been promoted to the left guard starter, and I rolled a D30 and his morale went up 7. And then for Casey McDermott, I rolled the D30 and his only dropped 3. So now Richardson's morale is at 57 and McDermott's morale is at 32. Before we get to the action this week, let's take a look around the league and see how things are at the halfway point in the season as far as the divisions, the conferences, and we'll look at some of the possible awards that are going on in the league right now. First off, good news, Divine Ozigbo is coming back from his elbow injury. Let's start in the AFC North, where the Steelers and the Browns are tied at both 6-1. Both teams off to great starts, and the Bengals aren't too far behind at 5-3, looking for at least a wild card berth there. Moving on to our division, the AFC South, the Texans are in front with a 6-2 record. Everyone else in ours is got a losing record, including our very own 0-8 start. Moving on to the AFC East, where the surprise team are the Jets at 5-2, and the Bills only a game back at 4-3. The Patriots and Dolphins are struggling this year. Moving on to the AFC West, where the Chiefs are a perfect 8-0, and the Chargers and Broncos are battling for a wild card spot, and the Raiders are struggling at 2-5. Moving on to the NFC, let's start in the North, where the surprise team are the Lions at 5-2. Right behind them are the Bears and Packers at 4-3 and 4-4 respectively, and the Vikings struggling at 2-6. In the NFC South, the Saints and Falcons are off to great starts at 6-2. The Buccaneers not too far behind at 4-3, and the Panthers having a hard time at 2-5. In the NFC East, it is a mess. 3 teams all with 4 losses. The Washington football team at 4-4 with the Eagles, and the Cowboys and Giants having losing records. And then, of course, is the worst division in football, the NFC West, where not a single team has a winning record. The 49ers are leading that division with a 3-4 record, and the other 3 teams sporting a 3-5 record. Who knows who's going to come out of that crazy division? So overall, the Chiefs have the best record in football right now with a perfect 8-0 record. Looking at the MVP race right now, it looks like Aaron Rodgers is in the lead, and Coach Andy Reid is looking good for the Coach of the Year. As far as the Offensive Player of the Year in our AFC, Mahomes is leading that right now with Andrew Luck in second place. For Defensive Player of the Year, we've got Jayon Brown for the Titans having a great season. For Offensive Rookie of the Year, Joe Burrow is leading that right now. We have Raquel Armstead at number 10. And then for Defensive Rookie of the Year, we've got 2 players, Shaquille Quarterman at number 2 and Quincy Williams at number 3. So good to see that. And as you can see here, the Defensive Rookie of the Year, Patrick Queen from the Ravens. Let's take a look at our stats so far at the halfway point in the season. Where do we rank? Well, you know it's not going to be very good. But let's start looking at points per game. Not a surprise that the Chiefs are in the lead since they do have an 8-0 record, but notice we are 31st in the league at 15.5 points. Only the Panthers are worse than us with scoring. As far as total yards, we are dead last in the league at just over 2,500 total yards gained. As far as defense goes, total yards allowed, if you look at the rankings, we are not doing too bad. Could be better, could be worse. And then as far as points allowed, we rank so we're 24th as far as points allowed. Now, going into this game against the Texans, they are just racked with injuries. They have David Johnson hurt with a broken collarbone. They've got their best receiver, Brandon Cooks, out with a dislocated ankle. Their starting linebacker, Witness Marcellus, is out with a quad tear. And most importantly, Deshaun Watson is out with a broken collarbone for one more week, which means that the Texans are going to be without their starting wide receiver, their starting quarterback, and their starting halfback. All right, so here we go. Houston coming to Jacksonville in a rematch of Week 2, where the Texans held on by a blocked field goal at the end of the game. But now they are without several key players. Can the Jaguars get their first win of the season in front of these somewhat faithful fans, although they're starting to have their faith questioned? We have the Texans and the Jaguars squaring off in an AFC South matchup. And it's in the rain here in Jacksonville. Let's get it going. Down on the field. Here come the Jaguars, wearing all black uniforms today. And it looks like they will be receiving to start the game. And we're off. Bobo Wilson Jr. is going to take it out, and he's going to get it back to the 18-yard line. Doesn't even get back to the 20, and that's where the Jaguars will start off their offensive series. Here comes Gardner Minshew II. Let's look at the stat line so far this year. 7 touchdowns compared to 14 interceptions. Not a good stat line for the Jaguars. Thus the 0-8 start. If they're going to win today, Gardner has got to turn that around. Here we go in rainy conditions. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. Hand off to right claw Armstead for very little gain. Nice tackle there by the defender, Marcel Darius for the Texans. 2nd down. Minshew is going to be sacked. That is going to be a sack by the rookie, Ross Blacklock. Let's watch a replay here. Nice play by the rookie Blacklock. He's going to avoid the block and come in and get the sack. Nice job by the rookie. That makes it 3rd and long for Minshew. And he's going to be sacked again. It's Blacklock again. His 2nd sack of the game. His 2nd sack of the series. He just came right through there. And Minshew, after the pump fake, had no chance. Fortunately, it wasn't a safety. Just busts through there. What a play by Russ Blacklock, the rookie. And that's going to force the Jaguars to punt from their own end zone. Hopefully going to avoid the block here. Cook does get it off, and that is going to be returned by... It looks like Randall Cobb on the return. Randall Cobb is going to bring back the ball to the 46-yard line, and that's where former Steeler Duck Hodges is going to lead the Texans. Remember, Deshaun Watson still has an injury, broken collarbone. He's going to be out for probably one more week. So this is where Duck Hodges is going to lead the team at the 46-yard line. There's a handoff to Kenny Stills on the wide receiver end around. He's going to pick up 7 yards. 2nd down goes nowhere there for Duke Johnson Jr. Jaguars did a good job there stopping that. He play before it started. Tackle made there by Jacobs, the outside linebacker. Nice replay there. Third down and medium. Hodges drops back to pass. He's got a man open. Oh, he misses his man. The Jaguars catch a break there. The tight end, Allie Cox, was open. And Duck Hodges just missed him. Forcing the Texans to punt. Oh, and that looks like a shank off of the foot of the punter, Ryan Anger. In these wet conditions, sometimes you'll see that. And that was a very poor punt. And the Jaguars are going to get a break and get the ball at the 31-yard line. Play action. Gardner Minshew throws it, and that is going to be knocked down by the Texans secondary. Nice play there. I believe that was the linebacker, Zach Cunningham. Taking a look at the Jaguars team. A team that has a very low-ranked offense. Handoff to Raquel Armstead. Armstead picks up a couple yards there to make it 3rd and probably 7. Let's take a look at the Texans up front, led by, of course, J.J. Watt, the captain. The linebacking core. A couple injuries there, but led by Cunningham. And then in the secondary, we have a 3rd and 7 for the Jaguars.
Hey, team 6.
Just 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Minshew runs out, scrambles. He's going to run for it, and Minshew gets the first down. So many times this year that's happened to the Jaguars. It's nice to see the Jaguars return the favor to another team. Minshew did a good job there of deciding it was time to run with the ball. You don't have to always throw, Gardner Minshew. You can use your legs as well. Good job, Gardner. And he picks up the first down. Takes a hit at the end there, but it is 1st down and 10 from the 43. Give me a handoff to Raquel Armstead. Very little gain to be had there. 2nd and 10. Minshew throws, and that is going to be intercepted. Nice catch there. That is going to be an interception by the linebacker, Jacob Martin, for the Texans. Let's watch the replay and see what Gardner was thinking. He was trying to dump it off to his tight end, but it was not to be. And the Texans will take over from the 46. Duck Hodges throws it, and that's going to be a catch. Nice completion there to Kenny Stills for a completion of 23 yards. Kenny Stills excited after that play, and the Texans are in business. Going to be a handoff, and that is going to get nowhere. Duke Johnson Jr. finding no room there. That's going to be a loss of 3. 2nd down. Handoff once again to Duke Johnson. Finds much better running space that time. That's going to make it a gain of 6, and it's going to be 3rd and 7. Hodges drops back in the shotgun. He throws. He has a man open. That is a catch. Nice play there to number 18. That is Randall Cobb on the reception. That's going to be 1st and goal for the Texans. Very brief reception there. That goes to the tight end, Allie Cox. Let's take a look at this offensive line for the Texans, led by the veteran Laramie Tunsil. And the skill position players, several injuries have decimated them, but they still are sporting a first-place record right now in this division. Duck Hodges throws, and that is going to be incomplete. The pressure got to him. He had to get rid of it, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal from very short. Here we look at the Jaguars defense. They've done a very good job this year, considering the offense has put them in a lot of precarious situations. And, of course, the captain, C.J. Henderson. 3rd and goal from the 6 for the Texans. Looking to get at least a field goal, if not a touchdown here. Duck Hodges drops back. He throws, and that is going to be incomplete. I believe he was looking for, maybe that was to Will Fuller. Anyway, the Texans are going to settle for a field goal attempt. This is going to be a 23-yard attempt by Fairburn. And it is good, right down the middle. And that's going to give the Texans a 3-0 lead in the trailing moments here of the first quarter. Bobo is going to bring it out once again because that's what Bobo does. And he takes it to the 25-yard line, maybe the 26. And that's where the Jaguars will start. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Minshew under center, drops back to pass. He's going to dump it off, and that's going to be very little gain. In fact, that might be a loss of a yard. It is indeed going to be 2nd and 11. Minshew now in the shotgun. Looks like it's going to be a pass play. Looks like he's making an audible to the line of scrimmage. Barking out orders to his receivers. The ball is hiked, he throws, and that is caught. DJ Chark on the comeback route. Nice job to pick up a first down there. Nice delivery by Minshew. And that's going to be, we'll get one more playoff here in the first quarter. Minshew is going to be sacked. That is going to be Blacklock again for his 3rd sack of the day. Blacklock having a field day in the first quarter. He picks up 3 sacks. Some players don't even get 3 sacks in a season, let alone in a game, let alone in a quarter. And Blacklock picks up his 3rd sack, and that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. A low-scoring, muddy affair with the rain coming down here in Jacksonville. It is 3-0 Texans with the early lead. 2nd down for the Jaguars, coming out for the break. Minshew scrambles, he throws it out to Laviska Shenault. Nice run for the catch there, and that's going to make it 3rd and manageable for the Jaguars. Good play there by Gardner Minshew. Looks like this could be a screen to Armstead. Armstead picks up the first down and more. Nice play there by the Jaguars coming out of the break. They start the second quarter. This offense needs to get momentum going, get something going, as they are one of the lowest scoring teams in the league. First downs will help. On first down, incomplete pass there. Minshew way off on that target, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. Minshew center stopping back to pass. He pump fakes, and he is going to be taken down by the captain, J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt, also giving the finger wag there to Gardner Minshew. And the salute, J.J. Watt. This is the first time we've heard of him today. It's been all Blacklock, but this time J.J. Watt says, this is my team too. Watch J.J. Watt just get through the line there and punish Gardner Minshew. That's going to make it 3rd and forever. Minshew drops back to pass, he throws, and that is going to be knocked down. Minshew incomplete there, and it'll force the Jaguars to punt. They've done a lot of that this year on offense. Logan Cook with a rare touchback. He's been doing a good job getting the ball inside the 15-yard line this year, but that is a touchback. It's harder to do that precision punting in the rain. And the Texans will take over. Incomplete on that first down there, and now it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Texans. Quick pass out to the wide receiver, and that play is sniffed out by Henderson. C.J. Henderson on the stop there. Kenny Stills, very little to gain there, and that's going to make it 3rd and long for the Texans. Dakine just drops back in shotgun, scans the field, dumps it off, and that play is not going to be enough. Dakine just needed to get the ball away there, dumped it off to Duke Johnson Jr. And the Jaguars do a good job on defense again, and that's going to force the Texans into a punting situation. Bobo catches it at the 15, takes it to the 20, the 25. He's got it at the 30, and he takes it all the way to the 32-yard line. Nice job there by Bobo Wilson Jr. Becoming a real weapon on special teams this year for the Jaguars. 1st and 10 from the 32. That ball is thrown across the middle to Johnson. Johnson, good run after the catch. I tell you what, one of the bright spots this year for the Jaguars has been the undrafted rookie, Colin Johnson, who's been playing out of the slot. He hasn't been afraid to go across the middle and make those catches, but a good run after the catch as well for number 19, Colin Johnson. And that's going to give the Jaguars 1st and 10 from midfield. Raquel Armstead picks up about 3 or 4 yards there, maybe 5. And that's going to make it 2nd and, in fact, give him 6 yards there. Armstead with a first down. Jaguars looking good on this possession. And that's going to put them in field goal range with just over 3 minutes to play here in the first half, down by 3. Handoff is to Days. Matthew Days picks up a couple yards there, maybe 1, maybe 2. And that's going to make it 2nd and 9 for the Jaguars. Minshew back to pass. Scrambling out to the right side, just gets rid of it before J.J. Watt gets a hold of him. And that is a completion. Nice job there to get that ball out to DJ Chark. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 inside the red zone for the Jaguars. Shoot shotgun, pump fakes, throws it out to the flat, but that is going to be incomplete. They ruled a catch, but after replay, they're going to rule that not a catch, and that's going to make it 2nd and 10. Minshew tries to get the ball to Oliver, but that is going to be swatted away, and that's going to make it 3rd and 10 for the Jaguars. Minshew running out to the right, and he is going to be taken down hard. The Texans are going to call a timeout. They want to get some time left with the ball as the end of the 2nd quarter is occurring, but they're going to get the ball back here. We'll see a field goal attempt by Matthew McCrane. The kick is up, and the kick is true. And Matthew McCrane gives the Jaguars a field goal and a tie, 3-3, with 1:41 to play here in the first half. And that looks like it's going to be a touchback for the Texans. They're going to start 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Draw play to Duke Johnson Jr. Going to get them 4 yards. And that's going to make it 2nd and medium for the Texans. Jack Hodges back to pass. He's going deep. He has a man open, and he misses him. Oh, the Jaguars catch a break. Kenny Stills was wide open there. Fortunately for the Jaguars, Duck Hodges missed him. Duck Hodges is going to scramble. He's got a 1st down, and he's got more. He makes up for the bad throw with his feet here. And once again, the Jaguars give up a 3rd and long to a scrambling quarterback. One of their Achilles heels this year has been that play. There's another nice completion for the Texans, as they are going to probably be in a hurry up with 26 seconds to go. Duck Hodges dumps it off. 1st down for Duke Johnson Jr. He's past midfield. That's going to be a timeout with 20 seconds to go, but the Texans are out of timeouts. Duck Hodges is going to throw it out to the flat, but he's going to be tackled in bounds. Nice tackle there by the Jaguars. And that is going to take us to half. What a great tackle there by the Jaguars. That was quarterman Shaquille making a great tackle to keep the runner in bounds, and because the Texans were out of timeouts, they couldn't get another play off. Looking at the games around the league, games of interest, the 49ers lost to the Cardinals 24-20 in NFC action, and also looking at the Bears at Eagles is another game that some people have their eye on this week. But that's all we have for games around the league. Let's go to the 3rd quarter, where the Jaguars will be kicking off at a 3-3 tie. And that's going to be another touchback, and that's going to give the Texans the ball at the 25-yard line to start the 2nd half. Play action right out of the gates. Duck Hodges is going to scramble, and he's going to be taken down. Williams gets the credit for the sack there. Nice job to contain him. Good job, Quincy Williams, on that play. The 3rd round pick. Gets a sack, and it's going to make it 2nd and 11. Duck Hodges dumps it off across the middle. That was to number 15, Will Fuller. And that's going to make it 3rd and medium for the Texans. Hodges is going to scramble, and he's going to pick up a 1st down and more. If we watch a replay, it looks like the linebacker is going to have a chance at Duck Hodges is going to do the whip. I guess we'll watch the replay here. Duck Hodges doesn't see anybody opening, scrambles, and here we see Quarterman with the whip. Texans 1st down and 10. Dump off pass there to number 80. And after a short gain there, it's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Texans. Near midfield, Hodges is going to throw it, and that is going to be caught. Great throw there by Hodges. That's going to go to Randall Cobb for a 1st down. He's had a good game so far today for the Texans. Randall Cobb, former Packer, No running room there for Duke Johnson Jr., and that's going to make it 2nd and 12. The Texans already in field goal range. And it's going to be a fake handoff, play action. The throw, ooh, Jack Hodges might have had a man open there. Looked like the tight end, Allie Cox, was open, but it was not to be, and it's going to be 3rd and 12. Hodges back in shotgun. He's going to scramble. Oh, but this time he's going to be taken down by the captain of this Jaguars team. Nice play there by Josh Allen. And that's going to force the Texans to kick the field goal. It's going to be a long one, 52 yards in the rain, and it is up, and it's off the crossbar. It was so close, but it was not to be. Fairburn just misses here. You have to think the wind and the rain had an impact on that ball as it hits the crossbar, and the Jaguars defense holds. Coach O'Brien can't believe it. And the Jaguars get the ball at good field position at the 42. Minshew gets rid of it. Fortunately, right before he gets sacked, and that's going to be incomplete. And that's going to make it 2nd and 10. Minshew looks like he's going to do the screen to Matt Days. Unfortunately, though, that play was sniffed out. Nice job by the Texans, and that's going to make it 3rd and 13. Minshew looking for the skinny post. He doesn't have it. And J.J. Watt throws him to the ground with reckless abandon and then does the robot dance to celebrate. And unfortunately for the Jaguars, looks like J.J. Watt is in the zone. Let's watch the replay here. Minshew did a good job scrambling to the right. Maybe he should have kept running here, but he stopped to throw it, and then J.J. Watt takes him and throws him down like a rag doll. Let's watch it one more time. J.J. Watt coming to the blind side here of Minshew. Minshew doesn't see him, and J.J. Watt says, "Hit the ground, son." Jaguars are going to punt. That looks like a bad punt, and it's off the helmet of the Texan player, and it is recovered. Who was that for the Texans? I believe that was number 28. Hargreaves, the 3rd. And it looks like a bad punt, but then in the rain, it hit off his helmet. The Texans fortunate to recover that. They catch a break, and it's going to be their ball. Just over 2 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter in a 3-3 defensive slog. Duke Johnson Jr. with some run, a good run there. That's going to be a 6-yard gain to make it 2nd and short. Passes out, and it looked like it might be a fumble, but instead they're going to call that an incomplete pass. They might have missed one there by the officials. 3rd and 4. Passes out, and that's going to be just a dump off. That's not going to get them anything. And the Jaguars defense holds again. Credit this Jaguars defense today. They are playing outstanding football. Bobo is not able to return that, and that's going to be 1st and 10 from the 24. Minshew hands it off to right goal Armstead. Armstead makes a cut, makes a move, and he's going to pick up a couple yards there. 2nd and 7 for the Jaguars. Minshew drops back, he scrambles out to the right, he dumps it off to Oliver, his tight end, his security blanket, and that's going to be a 1st down. Nice job there by Minshew to see the open receiver and get him the ball. 1st and 10. Minshew drops the pass. He's going to scramble to the right. He's going to run it. Nice job there by Minshew to pick up good yardage there. And that's going to be a 7-yard gain for the Jaguars. Probably the last play of the 3rd quarter here, if they decide to hike it. No, Minshew decides not to hike it, and that's going to take us to the 4th quarter. If you're looking for offense, you came to the wrong game, because this is all about defense, special teams, rain, mud. Here we go in the 4th quarter. The Jaguars with maybe their best chance to get a victory on the season. That play is stuffed short, and it's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Jaguars. Handoff to Matthew Days. He's got a 1st down. Nice juke there, and he gets down after about a 6-yard gain, and that's going to be a 1st down crossing midfield for the Jaguars. Nice job there by Matthew Days. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars in midfield with just over 6 minutes to play. It's a pitch out to right ball Armstead. Nice move to make something out of nothing. Unfortunately on that play, it looks like Laviska Shenault is hurt as he was blocking. He might have tweaked something. It doesn't look serious. We'll let you know as soon as we find more information, but I think Chenault's going to be okay. Just looks like he's temporarily hurt for the moment. And the Jaguars have it 2nd and 10 with just over 6 minutes to play in the game and a 3-3 tie. Minshew drops back, scans the field, he dumps it off to Armstead. Armstead picks up a small gain there. Good job there by Minshew to get rid of it before he took the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and 6. Minshew throws, and that is going to be caught. Nice catch there. Great job by the Jaguars to pick up the 1st down. Let's watch the replay. That was a great catch there by Colin Johnson to pick up the 1st down. He's quickly becoming a key member of this offense. Armstead picking up very little there on the ground game, and that's going to make it 2nd and 10. Just over 4.5 minutes to play in the game. Minshew working a little bit of the clock here. Drops back to pass. He's going to throw it, and that's going to be... Are they going to give him a catch there? They do, but I believe it's for no gain. It's going to make it 3rd and 10. Minshew calling an audible to line of scrimmage. He drops back. And that is going to be a catch to Laviska Shenault back in the game. Clearly he wasn't hurt that badly. And he picks up a key 1st down for the Jaguars. Maybe the biggest catch of the game. On 3rd and long, the ball was delivered cleanly by Minshew. Shenault with the 1st down, and the Jaguars now clearly in field goal range. Under 4 minutes to play. And now they're going to work the clock. But unfortunately, we have an injury in the field. Matthew Days. Looks like he's in a little bit of pain. That injury looks more serious than the one that happened to Shenault, and the trainer is going to look at him. Looks like they're working they're working his arms a bit there. We'll let you know as soon as we have more information on that injury. 2nd and 9. Pitch out to Armstead. Armstead makes a juke. He keeps those legs turning, and he is going to get about 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 3rd and medium. It's going to be play action. Minshew scrambles out and delivers the ball, and that's going to be incomplete. And that's going to force the Jaguars into a field goal situation. It looks like it's a bruised shoulder for Days. They're going to keep him out and let him heal that bruised shoulder. And here we go. The kick by Matthew McCrane to take the lead. It is good. And the Jaguars have a lead at the latest point in the season at a 6-3 clip with just over 3 minutes to play. And here's the kickoff. The Texans are going to bring it out. Randall Cobb takes it to the 25, and he's going to have it all the way out to the 27-yard line. And that's where the Texans will start, down by 3 with just over 3 minutes to play. The Jaguars can sense a chance to get their 1st win of the season. Duck Hodges is going to scramble, and oh, the Jaguars miss him, and he's going to run for a lot of yards. Quarterman with the big miss there. The Jaguars in disbelief on the sideline as Duck Hodges does it not with his arm but with his legs. Let's watch the replay. Shaquille Quarterman with the total miss there, and then Biss on the ground, and the Texans already have it at midfield. The clock down to 2.5 minutes to play. Duck Hodges is going to go deep. He's got a receiver open, and it's incomplete. Knocked down there by the Jaguars. Good job there to knock that ball down. Nice play there by J.R. Reed. Texans, nice job there getting an 8-yard completion, and that's going to be 3rd and 2. They're going to hand it off to Duke Johnson Jr., who's not going to get much there. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Texans are going to want to talk this over. They're going to go for it on 4th and 2. Can the Jaguars defense hold on 4th and 2? The game could be on the line right here. It's going to be play action. Duck Hodges throws it, and he's got a man in the open, in the flat, and that's going to be a catch and a completion of the 1st down. That was to the tight end, Mo Alley Cox, and the Texans keep the drive going. And another catch here, and the Texans are moving. That's going to be to number 88. The other tight end, Jordan Akins, and the Texans are in at least field goal range, and they're looking to take the lead here. The clock is ticking down, just over 1:15 to go. Jack Hodges scrambles out, and this time he is brought down. No running room that time. Good job by the captain, Josh Allen, to get the sack. His second of the game. That's going to make it 3rd and 14, and they're going to do a draw play. That's a safe play call there by the Texans. Trying to catch the Jaguars off guard, but it doesn't work. And in comes Fairburn to get the tie with 48 seconds to go. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And we are tied 6-6 with 45 seconds to go in the game. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Mo does here. Does he trust his quarterback with 45 seconds to go and 2 timeouts? Bobo gets the ball at the 5, takes it out to the 25, to the 30, and more. He takes it all the way out to the 32-yard line. And that's where Minshew will have the ball with 2 timeouts and 40 seconds to go. Pump fake, looking deep. He throws it across the middle. That is to Colin Johnson, and that is a nice reception there. Johnson with another big catch for these Jaguars. And that's going to give them the ball at near midfield with 34 seconds to go and 1 timeout left. Minshew back to pass. He throws it way off the mark, and that's going to make it 2nd and 10 with 30 seconds to go. Let's take a look at the field goal kicker, Anthony McCrane. They need to get it to about the 35-yard line for his power in his leg. That'll probably give them the best chance to make the game-winning field goal. Minshew empty set. 5 receivers out there for the Jaguars. Minshew barking out the orders with 30 seconds to go. 2nd and 10. Drops back in the shotgun. Scanning the field. No one is open. And J.J. Watt with his 3rd sack of the game. And that's going to force the Jaguars into the hurry-up. 3rd and long with 5 seconds to go. Minshew going deep. And that is going to be intercepted. And it's going to be run back. Oh, no. The Texans are down to the 25. And no. Gardner Minshew saves the game. He almost runs it with the interception, but then he saves it with a game-saving tackle. That almost was a disaster. A nice interception there by Garrison Conley for the Texans, and he ran it all the way back. And if it weren't for the tackle by Gardner Minshew, the Texans would have won the game on defense on the last play. The Texans will receive here as they won the coin toss. And we are in overtime as the Jaguars are tied 6-6. But the Texans will get the ball first. And they're going to take a touchback. Out comes Duck Hodges. Empty set. Shotgun. He throws, and that is going to be a catch. Nice play there to Will Fuller, the 5th. 2nd and short for the Texans. It's going to be a run. No, it's going to be play action and a sack. A big sack there by the strong safety for the Jaguars. That was Ronnie Harrison. 3rd and 10. Duck Hodges throws, and that's going to be a catch to Kenny Stills and a 1st down, but we have a penalty flag. It's going to be holding, and that's going to be brought back. A big mistake there by the center, Nick Martin, and that's going to make it 3rd and 20 for the Texans. Duck Hodges is just going to dump it off, and that's going to be minimal gain. And the Jaguars, helped by the holding penalty, are going to get the ball back with just 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in overtime in a 6-6 tie. Bobo is going to catch it at the 26, and he's going to run it to the 30, 35, 40, 42-yard line. And that's where the Jaguars are going to set up shop, really needing just about 20 yards of offense to set up a game-winning field goal. Can they do it? Can these fans see their first victory of the season? It's going to be a run, and Reichwell is going to be stopped in his tracks for a loss of 1. 2nd and long for the Jaguars. Under 3 minutes to play. Minshew scrambles out to the right. Scans the field. He's going to throw it back across his body. Oh, and Johnson this time is unable to hold on to it. That was a dangerous throw. Minshew's had a lot of those this year. This time, however, it wasn't caught by Colin Johnson. However, this play is Oliver, the tight end, the security blanket, and that is a 1st down for the Jaguars. He is very excited, is Oliver. That is a huge catch for the Jaguars. Now the Armstead's going to have it on the outside run. That's going to be maybe 2 yards there. And it's going to be 2nd and 8. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Can't stress enough how big of a catch that was by Josh Oliver to get the Jaguars the first down. But can they make it mean something? 2nd and 8, they're going to hand it off to Matthew Days, who's back in the game after being injured earlier. He's back, and he picks up a huge first down there. Matthew Days has become a bigger part of this offense in the backfield. The coaches are finding more and more confidence in him, and now Coach Mo is going to talk to his players about securing the ball, make sure they don't fumble it in the rain. Raquel Armstead's going to pick up maybe 2 yards there, just with a minute to play. And it looks like the Jaguars are going to be content just running the ball here and working the clock to set up a game-winning field goal. Matthew Days picks up a couple more yards, and that's going to run the clock down to 17 seconds left, 3rd and 4. Raquel Armstead has not quite the first down, but it looks like the Jaguars are going to set up for a game-winning field goal. They call timeout with 4 seconds to go, and now it looks like the Texans are going to ice the kicker. Here we go. Matthew McCrane. He's already made 2 today. The kick is up. It's tailing to the right. It's coming back in, and it's good! It is good! Unbelievable! The Jacksonville Jaguars have won their first game of the year. Coach O'Brien is in disbelief, but the Jacksonville Jaguars have done it. The 8-game losing streak is over. It's bedlam here in Jacksonville. Pop the champagne. These fans are going crazy. The losing streak is officially over. The Jacksonville Jaguars, without scoring a single touchdown, have won the game 9-6 in overtime. Let's look at these stats. It's unbelievable. Minshew wins the game with only 125 yards of total offense on throwing 2 interceptions. Very little run game. Johnson did have a good game on the receiving end. On defense, you had Jacobs with 4 tackles, Quarterman with 6 tackles, and Allen with 2 sacks, leading the way on defense. But more importantly, the Jaguars have won their first game. Let's show some upgrades. They're so excited after the win. DJ Chark goes up a point, and he adds 3 more to his catching, which is good to see. Devon Hamilton's going to go up a point as well to 72, which is great to see. We're going to see Ronnie Harrison go from a 70 to a 71 as he moves up a point. Actually moves up a couple points there. Good to see Ronnie Harrison going up there. And one more, we're going to see Dontavius Russell move up a point from a 65 to a 66. Great to see these young players upgrading, but more importantly, and finally J.R. Reed's going to go from a 63 to a 65. A 2-point bump for J.R. Reed. But the most important thing, the Jacksonville Jaguars are off the schneid. They've won the game. They've got a bye week next week, and they can celebrate. And now, for the first time this year, we're going to see Coach Mo's approval ratings go up, not down. It's been a rough year so far, as you can clearly see by the -19 coach approval rating by the GM. But as far as the players go, they are now up from a 50 to a 65. This is fantastic for the Jacksonville Jaguars. The celebrations continue all throughout the day here in Jacksonville as these fans are loving a win, finally, Coach Mo. Well, thank you so much for being so patient. I hope you subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, tell a friend, tell many friends. The Jacksonville Jaguars are no longer a winless team. One of hopefully many victories to come for Coach Mo. He's trying to save his job. What a win, 9-6 in overtime. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.